Hey guys, welcome back to the One Man Show, the number one fight podcast in Singapore, the only fight
One and
podcast in
only.
Singapore. I am the man, and over
And
there, that's the one.
yep,
And today we have our very first virtual guest. Our guest is a former, no, I wouldn't say former. He is a boxer and also an MMA fighter. And his name is, why don't you introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Syafiq. Yeah.
Syafiq, more commonly known as Syafiq the
Slasher.
Slasher. Okay, now when one was telling me that there was this guy called Syafiq the Slasher, I think one of the natural reaction would be like, why is he called the Slasher? So apparently that's not just your fight name. There's a story behind it. Why don't you tell us the story behind the name the Slasher?
Okay. So actually, like when I was just competing, and then one of my coach there's this one person lah. His name is Mervin lah, but we don't talk anymore. So anyway, he was asking for
We
a
don't
fight name lah.
talk anymore. We don't talk anymore.
Diam lah, let him tell his story. We just started. Oh my.
Yeah. So then my coach Avin, he was thinking lah, what fight name is suitable for me. Then I also don't know lah. I just follow only. And then he said, hey, you kena slash right? We call you Syafiq the Slasher lah. So I was thinking, like catchy lah. Okay lah, boleh lah.
Wait. You kinda slash before. What happened?
Yeah. So when I was 14 years old, I was with one of my friend lah. We were playing. We went to an online LAN shop game, play game. And
Is it during Ramadan?
No, nobody does that but you.
Yeah. Then around my neighborhood lah in Bedok. And then we were walking around after that, lepak-lepak, sit down, and then while walking, and then I saw a lot of Chinese guys wear black shirt, black jeans, everything black ah. So I was thinking, ini ada Chinese funeral or what, But I didn't pay my much attention lah, and so it just went on walking, and then well, we found a spot lah. We found a spot it's a fitness corner there. Then I wanted to sit down there, and then after I sit down there with my friend, and then I felt that hey, it's quite dark lah here, no light. So I said, hey, we go in front a bit lah. So I walk in front a bit. So while walking, then suddenly there was someone shout, "Oi!" Then a lot of all these the Chinese people, these gangsters lah, I have nothing against Chinese lah, just because it was Chinese.
Wow, he really saved himself there.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
So they all surrounded us. So after that, they were staring at us lah. Me and my friend, we were in the center, the circle. So I was I say lah, what you want? And then suddenly someone kicked me from behind, or hit me from behind. I don't know, he kicked or hit, and then I fell down. Then everyone started to punch me. Everyone gangbang.
How many people? How many people gangbang you?
I don't really know the exact number. Maybe around 14 to 17 people. I don't know. There was a lot of people.
But it was just you and your friend. There was just two people, you and your friend.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then?
Yeah. So I fell down, and then I just curled myself up into a ball to one side, and then I just took the shots lah. Take it, and then I couldn't do anything about it, so I just tahan all the way. Then very fast maybe 1-2 minutes, and then they ran away.
That's quite long.
I don't know. I just agak-agak only,
Yeah.
Yeah. Then after that they ran away, and then I was like, okay lah, dah lari. So I want to stand up lah. So when I want to stand up, then I cannot stand up. So after I cannot stand up, then I look at my hand, my left hand. My hand was dangling. Then got the blood all over the blood, the texture, your phlegm. About your phlegm texture,
Did we just lose it?
And I could see my chest, and then I saw my left leg, my calf was like butchered up. Like I could see flesh like all over the place a bit. And then I was like, apa sah ni rabak ke? Then I was finding my friend lah. I tried to find him, but I cannot find him anywhere. So after that, I see he wasn't there, so I panic a bit lah. So like, alamak, how I don't know what to do. But then I didn't want to die there. I was only 14 at the time. So I dragged myself to the fitness corner where I mentioned before. I sit down there. So after I sit down, I was like, you lose a lot of blood, you feel very
Giddy.
low blood pressure. Giddy. I was yawning. Every second I was yawning and yawning. And then like I just mustered up enough strength. I just shouted my friend name. His name was Zula. So I shouted my friend name. He came back. He was from one of the blocks nearby. And then he came back. He was crying. And then I told him, hey, jangan nangis lah. Like, don't panic. Kau datang sini. You take my phone. You call the ambulance. You call my dad. And then you call the police. So I just cannot talk really lah. Because every time I want to talk, I feel more giddy. And then he called the ambulance. After he called the ambulance, he called the police. He called my father. So after, when I can hear at the background, my father was shouting. I think he was angry lah, definitely. So after that, suddenly my phone died. All the time my phone want to die there. Then after that, we want to call the police, but don't die already, right? So like in front, maybe like around 100 meters in front, like near us, there was like under the void deck got like a few apik sit down there. So I told him, hey, you go and take. I told my friend you go to the apik, you ask, call borrow phone you call police. So he went. So when he went there, I waited, and then like I saw that this one guy, like a businessman like this, he was carrying a suitcase he was walking in front of me. So I called him, excuse me, sir, can you help me? He didn't even look at me, he just walked past. So after that, I couldn't be bothered already lah. So he just walked past, I just wait there lah. Like I told myself, whatever happens I cannot think already. So when my friend came back, the apik said, use public phone, they don't want to help. That was like, I don't know public phone, I cannot think already lah. My friend said that lah. So I like, just wait here. So wait, like 5-10 minutes later, the ambulance came. Then they read my injuries, everything. Then everyone started crowding lah, Then I went to the hospital. I had to do an emergency surgery. So I couldn't feel my hand at all, at that point of time. But when I forced my hand, I could like sharp, like nerve, very sharp pain. So I didn't let it move.
So let me check. So you got slash on your hand and also on your leg.
Yeah, my left calf and my left like behind my hamstring there. Yeah.
Okay, and which part of your hand?
I don't know if you can see or not. Like somewhere here lah. So my hand was like dangling like that, like. I don't know, like something like that lah. Like my fingers can touch my forearm like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that, when I was in the hospital, when the doctor opened up the bandages, I screamed, pain lah. Like electric shock. I don't know. The pain damn pain. I cannot tell you. I don't know how to describe. Then they went for the surgery. And then I woke up the next day. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And then the sad thing is, like when I got hit, it was on the Thursday night. I remember Thursday night in September. And then 2 days later, my sister was going to get married lah. But because I kena slash, right, so I cannot attend the wedding lah. So I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and it took me 3 months to walk again lah. Because every time I want to walk after I got discharged, I was like feeling very giddy every time I stand up because of the low blood pressure. Yeah. So after that, that's my story. I kena slash. Yeah.
But where was your friend when you were beaten up?
He ran away. He never pulled me.
Wait. So your friend, nothing happened to your friend. Your friend was fine.
He got hit by. I heard he got hit by spana. He said to me, but I couldn't see. I didn't know. Yeah.
But
Sure.
I mean, did they ever find out like why or who beat you up?
I don't know who hit me, or I even after that got investigation. The police gave me some faces. I couldn't recognize any of them. So it was very dark, lah. You know, like those orange light at night, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lamppost, that kind. So I didn't know who ah. But then after a few months after I went back to school, like, in school got this gangster or Chinese gangster lah, Malay gangster, you know. So
Ridhwan Malay gangster.
What Caucasian, bro?
But he Liberian for CCA.
yeah, so he did mention to me like, hey, I know who hit you, but he don't want to tell. Yeah, but then again, I let it pass already. Like it happened, you know. So
Yeah.
I just when I think about it now, it's like a blessing in disguise. Like if I never get hit, I don't know. Maybe I never venture into fighting or all these things. I never learn martial art. Yeah.
Right. So this happened when you were 14, but at that time you were not training yet.
No. I was quite fat actually.
Okay.
Yeah, like not athletic at all.
Wait. Was your friend skinny?
He was so fat.
Oh, he was so fat, but he managed to run away, but not you.
Yeah.
That's a mystery. Seems like a conspiracy there.
So what do you think happened? One, do you think his friend went in to beat him up also?
I have no idea. I don't understand how his friend can run away from like maybe 14, 17 people.
Wow, that's for somebody who is 14 years old. I bet that is very, very scary to know that you almost lost your arm and also your leg and also your life.
Do you think you're going to die?
At that point of time, I think, I thought to myself, I can die, you know, because I was lying down. I remember I was lying down. I was covering myself like that, you know. Yeah, because I was thinking I might die. I can die, you know. Like I losing a lot of blood. Then, but at that point of time, my instinct was just, I want to survive. I cannot die. I'm 14. I'm still 14. You know, I haven't done anything in my life.
Yeah, you got your life ahead of you.
Just play LAN game, bro. I haven't completed that stage. I need to leave.
But yeah, I mean, so you took a few months to be able to walk again?
Yeah.
And at which point of your life did you decide to pick up martial arts?
So like when I was recovering that 3 months, I was staying with my late grandmother's house lah. So she was taking care of me, of my recovery and everything. God bless her. So like I was reflecting on myself, like, because before all this incident happened, I'm just actually quite kental lah, you know, like I you know, sometimes you in school people bully you angry but you don't know to fight, you diam, like that. I was like that. So when I got hit, after the incident happened, then I was like, hey, I want people to respect me a bit, you know, like not take advantage of me or like, you know, bully me around. So but I didn't know what to do. I was playing soccer at that time. I want to be like professional soccer player, all that lah, but I'm not very good at it lah. So
Standard lah, Melayu. Or want to be soccer player, what?
Silat.
So like I was thinking like I want to do something. I want to do sports, but I don't know what. You know, like I put effort, you know, play soccer every day, I come training, but every time, you know, like favoritism, you cannot get picked. But anyway, so I was thinking I want to do something like, it's like, you know, like I feel like there's some honor, some respect in that lah. So I don't know what lah. So I was watching TV while thinking about it. Then you know the Contender Asia.
Yeah, the Contender Asia was a boxing series, right? It's a boxing reality series, right?
Contender Asia or Contender?
Contender boxing, Contender Asia Muay Thai.
Okay.
So I saw the Contender Asia show lah. So straight away I knew like, I want to be like that, like fighting, like Muay Thai and all that stuff. So after that, that's how it sparked me to learn martial art. But I didn't know where to go. That point of time, I think 2008 lah, 2007, 2008.
How old are you already by then?
Turning 15 lah, 15 or turning 15 around there lah. So I was thinking, I don't know how to go about it lah, I don't know. Then I was like searching on the web and all that. So I saw a few gyms lah, you know, and then But then my father at that point of time was working as a security guard at the Tampines Safra, and then I saw he told me there's a Muay Thai course like train 2 times a week over there. So I like okay lah. He pay for me like I go. So I remember it was every Tuesday and Thursday. So I went there every Tuesday and Thursday, and then that's where I met my seniors lah, Neo and Ang. That one time they were 18. I think Ridhwan know also lah. Like they are Neo and Ang. I don't know you know. I think he fought Narish before.
Narish, yeah.
Yeah. So so when they were teaching me, I fell in love with Muay Thai, like all this martial art, and then like I saw like how they punch and how they evade punches, and like like cool lah, like you can do this type of thing, like real life can do. Like guys, like hit you miss, like very hard to do. So and then I trained there like around 6 months, and then after that the course closed down, and then I asked them, where you all train? So they train at Fightworks Asia. So I said, I want to I go there. So I went to Fightworks Asia. I trained, so I met Avi, my coach, and all the other coaches. Ever since then, every day after school I go there.
Every day after school you go and train Muay Thai.
I train.
What I want to ask is that what about Muay Thai was it that you like so much? Was it because like you feel like you can defend yourself now? If is that what you wanted? Was that what you're looking for, or you just fall in love with the art form and what it consists of, the grind and everything?
Okay, so actually, like at first when I started learning Muay Thai, like I like Muay Thai more. I didn't like boxing at that point of time because like like this kind of thinking. Like I think when you beginner, you always think like this. Like very ignorant also lah. Like Muay Thai use leg, knee, elbow. Like boxing use hand only. So like Muay Thai better like that.
Well, nobody actually really likes boxing lah to begin with, anyways.
Yeah, they only like me. So.
Yeah. So after that, that's why I feel like Muay Thai was superior at that point of time. So after I trained 6 months, and then I had my first sparring session. Did boxing, It was I remember it was on a Friday. We had sparring every Friday night. So Arvin, at that point of time, I wasn't close to Arvin yet. He was always with the boxing guys. So then he put me in with this one of the boxing guys. We spar boxing. So I spar with this guy named Chunter. We are friends lah now. Then like like Chinese skinny, like I don't boleh rembat lah this one. I was thinking that. So I spar with him. First minute, I couldn't even hit him. He hit me everywhere. My eye blue black, my nose blood, everything blood. Then I was turning like it's turning, no face confidence, you're turning and turning. Then I will stop it lah. Then I said, you go wash your face. So I went to wash my face. So I look at myself, like I kill people, my nose blood all over, my mouth koyak-koyak, everything. Then like, sudah lah Fik. I told myself lah, bungkus sudah tak bagus. and then because at that point of time my aim was not fight pro, I want to fight professional, everything big aim lah, I think everyone when they starting they never think of the process, of how it's going to be, and they want all that glory. I was like that lah. I never lie, I was like that. And then after I wash my face, and I thought I want to give up, And then as when I was walking, I was thinking to myself, everything a little bit hard, you want to give up. If it's a bit hard, you want to give up. Don't be pussy lah. Go fight again lah. So I told Arvin like, Arvin, I want to spar again. So then I spar lah. Still kena rimbat lah. But then after that, I realized the importance of boxing. You have to have good hands. It's not about the martial art. It's about the martial artist. And so that's why I realized that. So I learned boxing. I learned Muay Thai every day. Just do boxing and Muay Thai. So that's how I learned to slowly love boxing. And I think now I would say I love boxing more than Muay Thai. Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah. How old were you when you started to spar and wanted to be a world champ?
When I was as soon as after I trained 6 months, where I told you, right? So I had this. I was watching documentaries. These Muay Thai people in Thailand. They train twice a day, morning and evening. Sorry, excuse me. So like, like I was thinking how to be good. Like if people always say Singapore, they don't have as much time as all these people like Thailand. They train very good, which I don't believe. At the end of the day, you yourself you can do it. If you really want, you have to put in the time. Then and then that's where I knew like, hey, I think I want to do this. I want to invest myself in this martial art. So
But eventually, you did go to Thailand to live the Thai lifestyle, then fight there for a while. Do you get to do that?
I did get to do that, I think, but not long. Like maybe around. There was some stint. I went to my first ever time. I went to Thailand I went to Koh Samui after my N level. Straight away after N level, I went there by myself. That was my first time ride aeroplane.
Wow. You were like what, 17? Who paid for it?
That point of time, there was the Amas Amateur Muay Thai Association. So one of the president then, he sponsored the trip lah. Or I think the G sponsored the trip. I can't remember, but they sponsored the trip, and so I just went there for 1 week. I just trained there, morning, afternoon, and I liked it lah. But then after that, I never did that after a long while. Until when I went again I went to Phuket. I was preparing for a MMA fight in Philippines. So I had training camp 2 weeks there to finish up my camp. And I was training morning, afternoon. I like the lifestyle. But easy. I don't need to think about all the Singapore life, work, all this. Just train.
So eventually, you did pro Muay Thai or not?
I did when I was 17. One time, a small fight in Bangla Stadium. I fought this Thai guy. I think a tuk-tuk driver or what. Then, but that was where I tore my ACL, my first ACL.
Because I remember back then, I think Syafiq's name really came up quite fast. I think he was one of the Malay athletes fighting icons back then because he's the pride of Bedok. I think his lecture story, then it's like he's 100% Singaporean. I think he got a lot of attention.
Yeah, and I think also
I know him first as a Muay Thai fighter.
At the age of 17 to do all that, I mean, that's quite young for Singaporeans to actually turn pro and do stuff like that. So what made you from Muay Thai switch to MMA?
At the point of time when I was doing Muay Thai and boxing only, like my mindset was like, I only like striking. I don't like all this grappling stuff. Like I feel like gay. But then I never really like all these things. But then when I went to Juggernaut, like after Avin opened his own gym and all that, I follow. And then he hired a few coaches also lah, like for wrestling, for MMA, for jiu-jitsu. So I trained with them, and they taught me. This was one of my former coach. His name was Andrew. It was Andrew Leone. So he's a MMA fighter, a pro fighter. He owns I think he owns Bali MMA. I don't know. Yeah, he has some share in it now. So at that point time, he was the coach at Juggernaut. He was doing wrestling and MMA. So he was always pushing me, hey, do MMA. Like, hey, I don't know lah, don't want lah. Then he told me, there's this amateur MMA tournament in Bangkok. Try lah. Then I say, only left 6 weeks, Then I tell, don't know lah, 6 weeks, want to learn jiu-jitsu or how? Cannot lah. Then I say, can. So I do lah, I just do, I follow what he say lah, I just do. So me, Avin, and one of my former teammate and friend, his name is Kim Hawk. He doesn't fight anymore. So we trained for it, and we went to Bangkok to fight the MMA tournament. And we all won by knockout. And
did Avin also fight also in that one?
Yes, he fought one giant.
Wait, Arvin fought.
Yeah, I remember. So it's still on YouTube, so I think you can check it out.
Yeah, it's still on YouTube.
Legend. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they fight, all of you won, right?
Yeah. So
I think they made the news back then.
Then I was like, hey, fun MMA. Like then when I slowly learn some more about jiu-jitsu, wrestling, then like, hey, this thing is very important. Like,
He likes the gay stuff now.
then like I appreciated it. I appreciate MMA, BJJ, wrestling, all this. Then like, I was thinking, at that point of time, MMA wasn't really popping back then yet. Like 2011, not. So I was thinking, if I do this MMA now, I was thinking the prospect of it. If I do this now, I make my name first, I become the pioneer. That's one of the first few. I know if I do MMA, I can become one of the first few. And then I train jiu-jitsu, I train wrestling, and then along the way I was thinking like, hey, if I want to be like complete like complete fighter, not boyka, like complete fighter. So I was thinking, if you can strike, but if you fall down, how? Like a boxer, MMA fighter, or Muay Thai fighter, you fall down, you cannot kick, you cannot punch properly, no leverage. And then if you're a grappler, only you good at grappling, but you cannot strike. Also, you got a weakness there also. So I want to be good everywhere. I want to be good against the wall. I want to be good on the ground. I want to be good punching, kicking, everything. So that's why I realized, MMA is like, for me, I think I can do it. I want to be good everywhere. Well versed, I want to be well versed everywhere. So I train. Then I fought. My first pro fight was in Bangkok. I fought in their FC. Now no more already, defunct. So I won this Hong Kong guy, purple belt guy. So at point of time, my jiu-jitsu still suck. I think now still suck also. But like I was, like the BJJ, they had this belt system like white, blue, brown, purple, all right. So every different color, right? Example, you blue and you purple, the level gap is very far, like very far. So usually if you white belt, you always kena whack every time if you're in training. So when I hear he was a purple belt, I was a bit intimidated. That
you white belt back then?
White belt. I was quite new. Quite new. So the game plan was to stand and bang. Keep the fight standing and bang with him. Don't let him take me to the ground. So we train a lot on defense and not getting submitted. But somehow or other, I think God help also. He took me down the third round. He took me down. I was tired already, And my hand pump already, because you grappling, your hand will be pumped. You cannot punch. Then I was fighting. Then sekali somehow or other, I found I got a triangle choke on him. So I just take it. Then I tapped the guy. Then I happy. I win, Then that's where I realized, actually jiu-jitsu fun. Because you tap him already, fun.
You as a white belt tap a purple belt. Nice. That's badass.
Yes.
That's a boost, man, to confidence. You get promoted after that.
But it's more of...
It's more of what?
Hello?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
It's more of I capitalize on his mistakes, not I
Created the opportunity.
I just capitalize on his mistakes, and then that's how I got the triangle choke. It's not because I'm better than him in technique wise, all that. Yeah.
So
if
up to
in
this
another
point,
day, maybe. Yeah.
So up to this point, you never had a boxing fight before?
Amateur boxing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, amateur boxing. That point of time, amateur boxing, and then I fight MMA that one, and then then after that I fought the pro boxing in Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah, you did. He's a white guy. He's journalist.
Did you win?
That one.
Yeah, he won.
I remember one said to me, "Hey, why you don't play with him a while longer?" I remember that he told me that. So I didn't think about that.
I remember.
Wait. So at that point of time, the both of you already knew each other. How did you guys know each other?
I think we obviously never fought because of the weight difference, but we sparred quite a bit. I think at Juggernaut. Well, Juggernaut was at Boat Key back then. Yeah, but that time he was really more known as a MMA guy. Muay Thai, then after that go to MMA. So I was also following his career because I think he was one of the main Malay athletes in the combat scene. And he really had a follow. He had a following. He had a following. You take a taxi, people when the Malay uncle talk about fighting, they will say his name. So he had that level. He was at that level. The security guard uncle all know Syafiq.
I should take the taxi more. So why did you from MMA? Why do you go to boxing? Was it just like a hobby kind of thing? Like you're at that point of time, what were you more focused on?
At that point of time, was more focused on MMA, but I did a lot of boxing also. And I think because Arvin is actually naturally he's a boxing guy lah. He loves boxing, so he's always trying like teaching me about boxing this, boxing that, all the stuff. And then like it's kind of molded me into like someone, like a boxer kind of fighter,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that point by that point of time, like I got nothing against Muay Thai. I still love Muay Thai, but like I love like this Dutch style kickboxing kind, like fast paced kind.
Fast paced, yeah.
I think it's more effective. But then again, some people can pull it off with Muay Thai style, that Thai style. Some people cannot, And I think I developed into the kickboxing style. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember back then also there was a I think MMA tournament or organization body called Rebel FC. I think you were in it. I think you were in it, right? I think there was you had 2 fights with them or 1 fight.
I had 2 fights with them.
Yeah, can you tell us about that? Because I know the first one was a win, right?
The first one I lost.
First one you lost.
Yeah.
Was it against the Korean?
Yes, the Korean guy from Korean top team.
Was it a tough fight?
Oh, tough. Like, I would say like that's one of the fights that make me reflect a lot of things. Like I'm just going to be frank about myself. Like I am, like you sometimes you try to stay grounded. Then you win, you become big headed. I like that. I big headed.
Yeah, same. Ridhwan also.
I'm not talking to people like big headed, but like I myself, I feel I'm the best. I think I think even now, because of my competitive mindset, I always tell you, I'm the best. I'm elite. If you keep telling yourself that long enough, I think you believe it. But
and you will work towards it.
But I think as a fighter, it's important to have that mindset. You need that level of ego and confidence, because if you're just going to be the nice guy next door, I think it's not going to work. I think this isn't the profession for you. I think the most humblest fighters in the world also, MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, they also have the inner confidence and inner ego to say, I'm the best no matter what.
Yes,
I agree. It's not wrong, but the difference is you cannot believe in your self-hype.
Yes. That's what I learned. That's what I learned when I lost to the Korean.
Yeah, because when you keep winning, people are going to say you're the best and everything, and then you start to believe that. It's not wrong to listen, but if you stop putting in the hard work just because people say you're a certain level already, I think that's where you get exposed.
Yes, that's true. So when like I lost to the Korean, so that fight was I would say one of my biggest fight because a lot of things on the line. Like I was the co-main event fighting at Singapore Indoor Stadium, big venue, and
you're already the pioneer in the sport.
I can say and like I was like, like how to say like there was a UFC scout watching me. So if I won that fight, I might have been signed to one UFC. So I was pretty pressured about it. Like I want to win this fight. I need to win this fight. And I would say like I trained super hard for that fight. Like I was in the best shape of my life. Like conditioning was good, everything was good. But I lost the fight, got knocked out cold in 45 seconds. Like I sleep. So I was devastated, definitely. And then I start to say to myself like, hey, I start doubting myself like, hey, I'm not that good. I hype only. I talk. People talk a lot. I'm not that very good. Like this. I told myself this. So I was at a dark place for that dark place for a while and like I was slowly like overcoming it. And then of course there were some personal things that happened in my life also at the same time happened, which I became depressed. And actually I nearly wanted to kill myself. Like
Whoa.
I was jump down, jump down my house. But that's where I found God. Like I like, yeah, why am I doing this? Like I slowly like I don't know. Sometimes God, how to say, God touch you a bit, and then you start to realize, a lot of things. I know this one for me, not for everyone,
Yeah,
And
still haven't touched
yeah.
Ridhwan, really.
So, so that was when I slowly try to find more peace in myself. Like I start to realize that fighting isn't everything. Like fighting, like fighting. Yes, I created an identity with fighting, but even if I'm not fighting, I still have my loved ones. I still have my friends, my family. Those who really sincerely love me for who I am. No need to be fight. No need to have fighting. That people love me. Yeah, like that. So and yeah, so that's where I slowly try to learn more about my religion, about Islam, slowly, and then I find more peace. I find more peace, and of course, from there I learned to how to integrate my beliefs and fighting. So I become how to say, like
Calmer?
I can calmer, more composed when I fight, and of course with the media and all that stuff, it does get to your head. You have to fight. It's a constant battle. Yeah. Yeah, it's a constant battle.
I think what we can take from this is that uh look, I think a lot of the what happened to you when you were 14 really helped you shape your mentality as a fighter. It seems that after experiencing near death and then finding out a way to overcome your injuries and then picking up martial arts and stuff like that, I think you're one of the most mentally strong people that we've ever talked to. And it seems like you keep on getting yourself, you make mistakes, but you are aware of it and you admit it, which is a very good mindset to have on top of the whole elite kind of mindset. Everybody gets affected by negative people. Everybody gets upset when they lose, especially people with elite mindsets, because to them, losing is as good as death. A lot of fighters, a lot of athletes who are, up there, even losing a round in sparring and stuff like that, they can severely affect them. But I think it's kind of cool how you find a balance right now. And for you, it's religion. For other people, it could be other stuff. Uh, and I think the your strong mentality has also helped you through a couple of injuries that you've been through. Why don't you tell us more about those injuries? Because I've been reading that you have problems with your knees for a long time now.
Yeah, he's been away from fighting also, and I always wanted to come back, but then plan got derailed again. There are always photos of him in hospital on rehab.
When was your okay? First start with when was your last fight?
I think it was 3 years back. I think 3 years, roughly 3 years back.
Which
It was a boxing fight, right?
was it a boxing fight?
No, boxing fight. Yes.
Okay, so
It was
what
in
happened?
SFC.
What happened?
Okay, so I was fighting in the 4-man tournament. Then for the WBF title or what, I don't know, I forget.
WBF
So
Asia title?
Asia Pacific. I think Asia. That one. I think that one.
Asia Pacific, yeah. SFC 2.
So I can't remember already lah. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So that one, I was fighting this Malaysian guy. He was a bit chubby lah, and then but he had quite I could feel his power, quite strong. But the only thing I was fighting okay, like I maintain my distance. I could feel I found my range already in the first round. I was like, I was thinking I want to, like finish, keep the fight for 3 rounds because I know I could stay 3 rounds. I was quite fit. And then somehow in the middle of the round, he couldn't touch me lah. I could see his punches, but somewhere in the middle of the round, he banged against me, and then my knee, I can feel my knee. I hear a pop in my knee, and then I knew already. Hey, shit, my knee pop Then like, alamak, how I don't want to stop I was winning, you were winning So I was trying to survive for that first round. I tried to survive. And then when I sit down in the corner, I told my cornerman, hey.
Oh no! Did we lose him?
Then they all like blank. Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear?
We lost you. We lost you at when you went back to your corner.
Oh yeah, okay. So when I went back to the corner, I told my cornerman like, "Hey, my knee pop koyak." Then they all jam. They don't know what to do. Then I told them, never mind lah. I try to go on the second round to finish him second round. Yeah, like try some, holy what you call this? Holy grail lah. Just try.
Just it's like a Hail Mary, like just go for it, right?
Hail Mary, yes.
Just try to finish it first.
So I was trying to find the counter. So I tried to counter him with my right hand, and then I want to punch, my knee pop, like I can feel a buckle. So I'm like, alamak, then I fall down. Then he hit me straight on my cheekbone here. So I can feel, I can feel like macam, the clean punch power you knock, like, flash knockdown. And then I fell down, and then my knee was hurting bad. I was so angry. But that point of time, my thinking was like, shit, my knee is because of my knee. After I went back, I cannot walk. They had to carry me. So I was crying behind the backstage, like why always every time one more step towards something, like get the title or go UFC or whatever, I always fail. So I was so angry. I was so frustrated about that. So I went to the hospital. I had a concussion. I was vomiting on my way towards going to what? In the ambulance, I was vomiting really. I felt like going to die. Then you start to remember. Yeah. Then that's where I did my surgery. I was in NS at that point of time. So NS cover. So NS cover, I did like 3 surgery. I fractured my orbital bone. They put metal inside already. Now and then I do my the pop one was the right knee pop. So I did my right knee surgery, ACL reconstruction. So I tore my ACL, my MCL, my ligament, my what you call this, meniscus. And then after that, after like I think 9 months or 6 months, I did my other surgery. I do the left one also. So I did my right knee, my left knee. So 3 total. So after I finished what you call this, after NS I finished, so my head was like, okay, I want to rehab my knee, get it strong, I want to fight again. I know I have to overcome this. So I was doing everything okay, every day, I was rehab my knee. And then I lose weight, I start to feel fit again, but this time really I was really out of juggernaut. I was with Bushido Fight Academy. So I was the head coach, there. So nobody to look after me. I had to look after myself. I had to look at my boxers also. So I had to be more independent. I learned a lot of things. Being my own, like a head coach. I learned a lot of things that I didn't see when I was at my previous gyms. And so it really opened up my eyes. See different, see like training, see boxing or fighting in a different light. So after that, like I was losing weight, everything. Suddenly, when I was quite fit, I lost weight, everything. I was ripped. I did it, but suddenly, I popped my knee again. I was sparring in MMA. I remember I was sparring MMA with one of my sparring partners at some other gym. And then I heard the same pop I heard in the fight. I heard again. Alamak.
Is it the same knee? Same knee.
Right knee. Wow. Again. I'm so angry, so angry. So I felt very demoralized. Frustrated or demoralized. Like it happened again. So after that, I became fat again. So I fat again. I just took time off. Then I started, like just take it easy lah. I didn't want to think about fighting already. That's why like I was thinking, how no, I don't know. Like I want to fight, but my body is not letting me fight lah. Like somehow like God is blocking my way. Like that. So like he's telling me don't fight already lah. Like I think your time is at coaching. This is what I feel lah. And so but but the fire in me still got some of that fire that I want to maybe still can fight, because what I know, like when you ask God, three things will happen now, either he give you, he don't give you because he know what's better for you, or he wants you to work harder. So I couldn't differentiate between whether God trying asking me to work harder, or is that this is not the road for you. I still, even until now, I'm still asking myself this question. I don't know. And then, but I'm just doing my best to strengthen my knee. I did the surgery again. My knee is like the ligament is back, everything, but it's not as the same as what God gave. God gave is the best.
Of course.
So yes, so I was like, now I'm just, if people all ask me, I tired, like recorder, people always say, hey, when you fighting again? I always say, I don't know. But if I healthy, everything okay, I fight lah. Cannot fight, it's okay. Because I was trying to find the answer, when I was recovering the second time. Like, hey, how to overcome this feeling? Like, sometimes you go watch 1FC or 1 championship, you watch your friend fight, you watch one fight, like, hey, I can fight, I also can fight. I know at that level, I can do it. But my body not letting me. So you get frustrated yourself, Not at people, but at yourself. Then that's where I slowly, like I told you, fighting, not everything. Like, there are more important things in life than fighting, like family, friends, So I slowly, like, I don't follow any much, like, like I support, but sometimes you give words of encouragement and all that stuff to your friends who are fighting, all this. But I don't really follow. I don't like to follow because it makes me feel like that frustration, that messed up feeling. So, like I said, I told myself like, if I can fight, cannot fight, never mind. I still want to fight, but if cannot fight, it's okay, no problem.
But if you were to fight, which discipline would you fight in? Boxing, MMA, or Muay Thai?
I think I would focus. I want to fight MMA again, but boxing also possibility. I want to fight again, boxing or MMA. Muay Thai, I don't wanna. Yeah, because what else?
Now I was gonna ask one. What do you think? Do you think he should come back to MMA, or do you think he should start boxing again?
I don't know, man. This is not for me to answer. It's really up for the fighter himself. Only a fighter knows when to stop, when to quit, when to fight, and what to fight. At the end of the day, I think from the way he says, I think he loves MMA more. Just doing boxing just for the sake of... I mean, he loves boxing, but it feels like just doing boxing first because there's no MMA opportunity. And also because he made his name in MMA first. So he really is the pioneer of Singapore MMA, to be honest. I mean, that's how I feel. That's how a lot of people feel also. So when he was recovering from whatever injuries, when he was away from the scene, I think people did not forget. People were still asking around, which means that he made an impact. I think it's really up to him to make a comeback or not. But if he can find a peace to really let go, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's easy to say. It's easy to say right now. Anybody can say, but when you're alone at night in the dark, when you're honest with yourself, I think that's the most painful. Because you always say, it's okay, I'll fight, never mind. I also can say the same thing. I say that to myself a lot of times, but when you see other people like doing what they are doing, and then you can be that and you can do better, and it hurts. As much as you're happy for them, it hurts.
Yes, that's true what he said exactly. I said the same thing. And like, and the same time, like I found religion, like I not blindly follow, like I slowly find, I study and all these things. And I come to understand that, for me, at least for me, like this life, your purpose in this life is to worship God and find His mercy. That's all. So if God is happy with you, you die, inshallah you go to heaven. And all this fighting, what work you do, how good you are to people, and like what the material things the material thing doesn't bring you to your grave so
Mm.
as long as I can seek his mercy, I'm happy yeah. But then again, I'm still, it's a constant battle it's a constant battle, like one say, it's a constant battle. Sometimes you say this, sometimes you say that, sometimes you say this, sometimes you say that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think from what it seems is like you actually, I think that the fire is still there. The fire is definitely there, right?
Mm.
But I think you just need to wait for the right opportunity, the right offer to come, and I think we might see you come back, which is kind of cool because I mean, if one says you're the pioneer of MMA in Singapore, it would be cool for that the for you to come back to actually like cement your legacy and stuff like that. I mean, from the sound of it, coming from one himself who has been around for quite some time in fight sports in Singapore, if he say that you've you have not been forgotten, I think you've left your mark on MMA and fight sports in Singapore most definitely. So I don't think you got anything else to prove to anyone else but yourself right now. So it's up
True.
to you whether you want to fight or you don't want to fight because it you know everybody's going to remember Syafiq the Slasher who kind of was the rising star of MMA in Singapore in the first place. Even before, people like Tiffany and such. Don't you think so, on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's always difficult to be the first to break through the scene because, you won't get the instant gratification. People will forget you most of the time because, I mean, you are like the guinea pig. So, I mean, it's always important for, I mean, the fighters now in MMA to like, I mean, you don't have to pray to Shafiq, but at least like, remember there were people before you that's gone through so much to get the sport known. Even probably before Shafiq there's somebody else, but not probably not proper MMA. I don't know. I'm not really no. I don't really know how the Singapore MMA scene is like, but I think there were a lot of pioneers, and many people have given up a lot of their life for it, and not everybody is lucky lah.
Yeah, although I'm one of the pioneer, I know before me got some other people. Yeah, like I know like do MMA first and compete in MMA professional. Only they not as known as me like this. You know.
Mm.
But I mean, how old are you now, Shafiq?
I'm 26, turning 27, July 27.
Wow, that is
Oh,
relatively young.
still got time.
Yeah, I think you still got a lot of time. I mean,
He's like he's
one
like
is nearing
he's like
40.
Dominic Cruz. He's just like Dominic Cruz on in the UFC.
Yeah, I mean, Dominic
Yeah,
Cruz has a lot of injuries also, and
yeah. And
apparently,
he shifted his fighting style to so that he doesn't get that injured.
Oh yeah, like like I found some answers. Like I was asking myself also when I was listening to his podcast, like Dominic Cruz podcast. Like he was having the same problem. He had like 3 surgeries, all knee surgery, and that's why I find the inspiration from him.
Mm.
yeah, he's one of the most intelligent people in fight sports, and especially in MMA. Like when you listen to him commentate and stuff like that. But then again, that's the same thing. I think there is some kind of similarity between you, him, and one, where you guys are actually like you guys really have that mindset where you don't want to lose, and you guys think that you guys belong to an elite class of fighters, which I think anybody who wants to be successful have to have, because you got to, even if you cannot, even if you don't have the talent, sometimes you got to fake it until you make it. And I think in fight sport that means being in the grind and really training hard and thinking again and again that you got a chip on your shoulder and you have something to prove. So yeah, I think that's something that is instilled in you. If not, you would not have find all these ways to get out of all this darkness, and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I hope you keep on trying to find the answer. I would love to see you fight one day. That would be awesome.
Inshallah.
But if not, I mean, there's nothing to lose. You are in a position where you are now coaching.
He's coaching
So-
Juggernaut right now. I think you're back at Juggernaut.
Are you back at Juggernaut?
Yeah, tell us about that. Why are you coaching Juggernaut full time?
Okay, so as a operations manager slash instructor,
Slash.
so like I actually after Bushido, like I I was okay. I was going to get married lah. I'm planning to get married, but somehow it didn't work out lah. It didn't work out. So when I had to find like a stable job, stable income. So I went to 9 rounds for a while. I did a lot of part-time jobs. I was teaching all over the place. And then like after things didn't work out, so I was like tired lah. Work 3 jobs. Every Monday to Sunday work 3 jobs. So I just want to take a bit of like just pull down the gear a bit lah. And then somehow or other, like my coach Avin, he offered me a job back in Juggernaut, and I worked something out with him, and everything it's okay lah. I feel like like I don't need to run around so much already. Like stay at one place, and I was thinking like I said to you all, like I'm thinking maybe not fight, don't want to fight, but I want to fight, but I want to take my time. I don't want to rush. But I need the right people. I need like my team.
Yeah. And then I think the fact that you are now back in your home ground, and then you are back in your environment where you're familiar with the people who are fighting. So I think that gives you the drive to want to really recover. And I think I'm blessed not to have any bad injuries, but I think that's most important lah, to stay away from unnecessary injuries, because it can really shorten your life in the fight world.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You cannot follow ego too much. Like some people say, just push through the pain. Sometimes, just need to put the gloves down and just chill.
Yeah. I learned. Sorry.
No, you go.
Okay, like I agree what one said. Like I was when I was since 15 until now, like even towards coming until now, like every time I train, I push. Sakit sikit, a bit pain, push. Mental, mental strong. But then it comes to a point when your body just cannot. I started to realize that like I want to push, but I got my knee pain here pain there pain So I learned to take things down a bit, tone down things a bit. If I really cannot, I cannot. I don't care what people say. Hey, you pussy cannot. But we don't know how I feel. How we fight we see.
Triggered. I think you must push smart. When you're in training, you must know how to push smart.
I think
and you know when to stop, when to pull a break. Because when you get into a fight, a tough fight, you will need to push yourself there. So you need to leave some for the fight, not just leave it all in training.
I think Syafiq, you eventually when you come back, it's gonna be on your own terms, because that's what it seems to. That's what it seems like you are telling and you are saying, because you wanna have everything at the right place, and also like you wanna take things slow, and eventually when you come back, you really want to come back for good and not just a one-time thing.
Yeah.
What's the route like if you want to come back into MMA? Is ONE FC what you're looking at, or you have to go through amateur MMA, or you have to go through MMA tournament overseas first?
The thing is like boxing also. Like if they offer you a contract, if one championship offer contract, or some other or overseas promotion offer contract, you see very good. Okay, you think it's okay? Sign, you fight .
Because I think Arvin will surely want him to fight in pro boxing first, more than anything else.
I think
pro MMA.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I think that also, and at this point, slowly as over the years, like for me, at first, I think now still like who don't like money? I like money. Bohong, you don't like money. It's not more about last time. I keep thinking, want to earn the money, like that kind of lifestyle, that Broly, that one, as you grow, you mature, this money not everything. Like I learned to realize that, if I don't get much money, it's okay. It's not about the money. I want to fight because of my passion. Like I tried, stop. Like don't want to fight. Like find money elsewhere, but it's not the same. Like the work, it doesn't feel like work when you do the martial art. You are in the martial art line, it doesn't feel like work. But you do other line like, hey, alamak, the chore, I don't like, hate the thing.
If you are passionate about something and it becomes your job, it does not feel like work at all.
Yeah.
I think before we wrap things up, I think the one thing I want to ask you is that how do your parents feel about you being a fighter? I mean, they were there when you almost lost your life because of the slashing, and then the next thing you know, you are volunteering yourself to get punched in the face and get hurt. Like how have they been have they been supportive? Have they been like opposing? What kind of reaction have they produced?
Okay, so my parents very old school lah, like tough love like they honestly, I know they love me but they don't show it they don't show it. So like I was brought up like that, and when I got slashed and I want to learn, my father was supportive of it because he wants me to learn self defense. That's his mind his thoughts, but I had other thoughts lah. So yeah, and so like my mom was like, ever since I started until now, my mom was like, kau jangan buang masa lah buat ni. Kau pergi kerja kat office, kerja betul-betul lah. This type of answer lah. She give me. But I just told her, no, this is work. This is what I like to do. But she don't understand. I know old people don't understand. But never mind. I just quiet. So actually, when I tore my first knee, my ligament the first time at 17, I told you I fought Muay Thai at Bangla Stadium. My father told me, stop lah, sudah lah, I remember I won the Asian Muay Thai Championship in Uzbekistan when I was 17, around there. So he told me, stop lah, lutut kau dah koyak, like don't need to waste time. Don't waste time. You already know what you want. You already get what you want. Like you achieve already lah. Say. Then I told him, kalau stop now, you don't know how far you go. I want to see how far I can go. So, sakit sikit je, stop. Mana boleh? Semua orang macam gitu, semua orang, that's why all the Malay like that.
Dengar, Iman. Stop. Silat sikit je, stop. Tak boleh makan pari je, stop. Wikat kena je, stop. Mau.
So that's where I told my father lah. My father just quiet lah. But every time now and then they always tell me stop lah. I scared your injury. I know their parents, they also want your well-being. Then I just okay. Go in right, go out left .
I think the most hilarious thing about all this is that I think your parents might think that you're very stubborn and you're very determined to do what you want to do, but the irony of it is that you probably got that from them also.
I think his father is secretly proud.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about parents. We are molded by them and we take up some of their characteristics. They might not go through the things that you do, but there is a lot of pieces of our parents in our upbringing also. So yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you are your own person and you decide on what you want to do yourself, which is, you've been telling us that you've been sharing fascinating stories about how you've overcome things and, from the slashing to the highs of fighting in front. Becoming a trailblazer for our sports in Singapore and stuff like that, to like wanting to kill yourself and then injuries and then finding God and stuff like that. I think you might be one of the most inspirational guests that we have on here on the One Man Show. So thank you so much for sharing your stories and being very frank with us about what you've been going through. And I think from me personally, I hope that okay, what I say is that personally, I hope that I get to see you fight one day, because I think that will be a very good,
Yeah, then when that happens, please buy a ticket. Don't ask for free. Man, you always ask for free.
I do not ask for
don't
free.
bluff lah. Give him free lah. We cover the fight. Iman take it.
yeah. So any last words you wanna tell anybody out there, your fans or your sponsors or anything like that before we wrap things up?
Yeah. First, I want to say, like everything I come to realize everything that I achieved thus far, be it in the ring, outside the ring, how it shaped me as a person, how I am today. Like actually, I nothing. I got nothing. I very low. Actually, everything God give. God give everything can. God don't give, cannot do anything. God block you, everything you cannot do. So I feel if you believe in the higher power, you must believe in the higher power, not just because you want to fight or what, just because I feel this is the truth, like the true way of life. And if you believe that, sometimes things seems impossible, that you don't know, you cannot see a way out in it. Take one day at a time, 1 day at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time. You know, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know, maybe you die tomorrow. You don't know. So, take it one day at a time. Whatever happen, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You just do what you can. You let God control the rest.
Okay, what would you say to Arvin?
Say what?
I don't know what would you want to say to Arvin. Because you and him had a long ass relationship, like a Korean drama.
Arvin also, he has his own opinion about things. I have my own opinion about things, but we are always in good terms. What I learn is however I grow, however I improve, how good I become or whatever. There are always people who have taught you, and for me, I always regard him as a coach. Even how better I become, also he will be still. I put him as a coach. As a coach first. He is my coach. Like this, like whoever taught me, I treat him like this. Like, don't forget who taught you.
Don't
forget who taught.
One, take notes. Don't forget who taught you. One.
The one who taught me forgot me.
So, Syafiq, can you tell us where, if anybody wants to get in touch with you, do you have Instagram or Facebook or anything like that? Where can they get in touch with you?
You can just follow me at Syafiq the Slasher, SYAFIQ the Slasher, one word. On my Instagram, or you can add me up on Facebook, Syafiq the Slasher also. I think got fan page and personal page. I don't know. You just follow lah. You see got have you put .
One, do you have anything to say before we wrap things up? Like, where can people find you, and are you still exercising at random car parks with people passing by and looking at you weird?
I just want to say that I'm proud of Syafiq. He's made us all proud. And if you just want to find me, you know where I am. tcw.legends. You can follow Legends Fight Sport. And I still do the daily weekday workouts, 12:30 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday now, because there's really too many online classes. So I'm giving the rest to follow the rest for a while, see for themselves what works for them.
Right, cool. So yeah, for me, follow the One Man Show at Instagram and Spotify, Facebook also. We are trying to get as many episodes out as possible from our homes. Everybody basically anyone who's listening right now who is having a tough time in this circuit breaker, you can always reach out to One and talk to him. He's quite lonely, as you can see. He's at another void deck. I don't know where he is again today. Just now can see socket all out of nowhere. So again, a big thank you to all the listeners, the thousands of you who listen to us frequently, and also a big shout out to all the frontline workers, all the essential workers, keeping us safe and working in this pandemic and hard times. So yeah, this is the One Man Show. Thank you so much, Syafiq, the Slasher, pioneer of MMA in Singapore. Thanks for coming on virtually. Let's do this, okay? If you have a fight, let's get you back on the couch and we'll do it in person.
Yeah, we do live.
Everything is over. Okay?
Inshallah. Can.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Spotify. The One Man Show, the number one fight sports podcast in Singapore, because we are the only fight podcast in Singapore. I am the man. That's the one. That is Syafiq the Slasher. I don't know where I'm pointing, but yeah, we're out. Bye, guys.
Bye
Bye.
bye. As a operations manager slash instructor.
Slasher.
So